Hello, dear children. How are you? I hope you are safe and healthy at home. Chapter number 3, Adaptation in Animals. Till now, we have discussed about the habitat, adaptation, different types of adaptations. On the basis of their habitats, animals are classified into terrestrial, aquatic, amphibian, arboreal, and aerial. In the last session, we have covered terrestrial animals, and we have also discussed about the terrestrial animals who live in different places like in forest, mountain areas, cold regions, and in desert regions. Today also we have discussed about the hibernation and camouflage definitions and the process how they take place. Today we'll discuss about the aquatic animals. As the name suggests, aquatic means water. Animals that live in water are called as aquatic animals. Yes, they may be living either in water or near the water surfaces. Fishes, octopuses, whales, ducks, crabs, turtles, and seals are some of the aquatic animals which we all know. Bodies of these aquatic animals are waterproof. That is why they are able to live under the water or on the surface of the water. Yes, the body doesn't get rot. They have a waterproof layer on their bodies. They do not give any damage to the bodies. Fishes have boat shaped streamlined body, tail and fins. As we all know, we have already done in class 3 also that fishes, they move in a streamline straight line, and the fins and the tail helps in the movement of the fish, and they also breathe in oxygen from the water itself and gives out carbon dioxide with the help of gills. We also have seen whales and dolphins. Children, have you ever seen whales and dolphins blowing out the water from their body? Yes, they have blowholes on their body, which because they are known as the mammals and they have lungs to breathe in. So they take in oxygen from the air itself. That's why they blow water out. They come to the surface of the water to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. There are water birds like ducks which live near water. They have webbed feet which help them in swimming. Turtles have paddle-like limbs to swim in water. We all have seen these animals moving, or their movement, or their lifestyle in one way or the other in the modules, in the movies, or in any of the advertisement. You might have seen them, so you can easily correlate them with all these body features. Now we'll come to the amphibians. Frog is the most well known amphibian. We all know that he can live both on land and in water. The back legs of a frog and a toad are stronger than their front legs. This helps them to jump, which is how they move on land. They have webbed feet that help them to swim in water. Examples are toad and frog. Yes, frogs, toads, salamanders, and newts are some of the amphibians, well known amphibians. These animals have multiple organs to breathe. They breathe through lungs on land and through their moist skin in water. They move on land with their legs and swim in water with the help of their webbed feet. So that's all for today, children. Let's watch a video.
Now let's let us learn about different habitats like aquatic and amphibious. Aquatic habitat consists of water-living animals such as whale, ducks, etc. Let us take the example of whale to understand about its adaptations to its habitat. For instance, whales have blowhole at top of their head which helps them in breathing. Also, whales have thick body that protects them from the heat of underneath water. Now there are some special types of animals called as amphibious animals like frogs and crocodiles that live both on land and in water. Let us understand how frog adapts to its habitat. It is very interesting to know that frog's long sticky tongue helps it to catch the prey easily. Similarly, its eyes are bulged out of the body in order to keep the eyes above the water level while in water.